Yeah. So tea houses in Nepal we call them tea houses because a long time ago these were places that where local villagers would just serve tea to people passing through, and over time they started to offer rooms, and then now they're fully fledged kind of almost like mountain huts that you have in Europe and anywhere else in the world. But they are still a little bit basic, and so I'll go into kind of what the expectations can be when we're using the tea houses. So of course, the lower down the trail, the more equipped the tea houses are, the higher up and the more remote we become, the more the tea houses become they start to become more and more basic, if you like. Tea houses all have rooms. The rooms are normally 2x2, but sometimes they could be more than that. So it could be 4x4, 6x6, depending on the tea house. The bathrooms are typically shared. So every floor will have 2 or 3 bathrooms. Sometimes in the lower places like Gandruk and Chumrung, we do have private bathrooms within the room. But that's not always the case. It really depends on the availability of those particular rooms. There's a common area, which is a restaurant area, and the tea houses do provide a pillow and a blanket, but that's typically not enough for the cold at night. So that's why you have to bring a sleeping bag in addition to what's provided by the tea house. They have normally some outdoor space where there's usually, especially in the lower altitude areas, a little garden. And you have to imagine that these are family-run places. So they farm their own vegetables. They grow their own plants. Everything, it's all done within the tea house itself. Typically, you'll find that the tea house has different family members that are working there, or cousins, or friends of friends. So it's really a cool community that you get to be there. So the tea house is very much a part of the cultural experience that you have on the Annapurna Base Camp trek. In terms of the showers, there are showers at Annapurna Base Camp. You do have access to showers. But those are, they're not within the room. They're usually in a separate showering area. And there's like a local charge, which changes every time we go. So basically we just have if you want to shower with the hot water, then we can just find out what the charge is and you pay directly. Typically it's around between $2 to $5, depending on where we are on the mountain. The higher we go, the more challenging it is for them to heat the water, so the more they charge for showers. But you do have access to showers, I believe, every single day, with the exception of Annapurna Base Camp. I think there are showers there, but most people opt out because it's quite cold and we leave too early in the morning, just after sunrise. We have breakfast and we leave, so it's too early in the morning for people to feel like it's warm enough now to actually have a shower at Annapurna Base Camp. Yeah, we're never really that far away from a toilet. So wherever there's a village, there are tea houses where you can use the toilets. The toilets are available to everybody. And you have 2 kinds of toilets. You've got toilets which, have got the porcelain seat that you can sit on. And you also have the toilets where they're like the squatty potties. So you just squat. It's a big hole, generally well kept, especially nowadays. It's not like it used to be. So it depends on your preference. I personally like to go for the squatty potty. You don't touch anything. And so you'll have access to those. You wouldn't need to go in nature unless like something is really not sitting well at the wrong time, I suppose.